Well, maybe I can ask the panel this. It's kind of a paradox. So first and foremost, I would just kind of concede that probably most women, if they agree with the idea of submission, only agree with it from a religious purview. So I'll just kind of grant that that's true. But the idea here is just this. If you are to obey and you are the servant of the relationship and the man is the leader, if you question how he serves as the leader, how are you not the leader? That's the question. It kind of becomes this paradox. So starting with Savannah, right? Because I haven't picked on you nearly enough tonight, and I've been really trying to up my game on picking on you a little bit here. So would you, for the right man, submit to the man?
Submit like how? Like do anything for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I would, 100%.
Anything?
Yeah, anything.
What if you had disagreements with how he led you and led your family?
Like, what do you mean, like, what did he do to my family?
Well, he doesn't do anything. You just have disagreement. Like, for instance, let's give you an easy one. You're a stay-at-home mom. There's a school which is very close, but he wants the kids to go to a school which is much further away. This does not, from your purview, track in your relationship. You don't want to drive the additional hour to drop the kids off at the school. He insists that you must. And he doesn't want to hear it. Your objections, they're noted, but he doesn't give a You need to take those kids because he says so.
Is it a special school? Like, is it a Christian school or what?
Not a special school. You think that the other school is better, in fact. You think the one closer is even better. He disagrees.
I feel like there would probably be an argument there.
Yeah, there's an argument, but he says, I'm not going to argue. I just don't care what you think on this particular topic.
Well,
I want those kids to go to that school.
If I'm a stay-at-home mom, and if I don't really have too much going on, then I wouldn't mind driving. The further difference.
He's dismissing the entirety of your opinion. He doesn't care that it doesn't work. You think, this just doesn't fit with my schedule perfectly. But if they were just at this closer school, it would. And he gives you no justification. He doesn't give you a reason. He says, I'm not going to give you a reason, and I don't care about your objections. That's the school they're going to. Are they going to that school? I wouldn't
want to be with somebody like that. I wouldn't.
Right. That's fair. Okay. So then moving to Gabby.
So he's my husband?
Yeah.
I'm going to obey.
Okay. Moving to Maddie.
I wouldn't be married to someone.
Oh,
right.
GMD Jim donated $100.
Yeah, thank you, Jim.
To form a vegan. Murder is the premeditated killing of one human being by another, not an animal. Knowing this, I assume that you are outraged by doing so to a child in the womb.
By the way, TTS has been lowered to 100. Do you want to respond to that?
No.
By the way, Jim, long-time supporter of the Whatever podcast. Thank you for the super chat, man.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
I see a lot of his supers come through.
Yeah, he's been supporting a lot recently, so I got to hit him with the...
He's a brave and a decent man. He's a pioneer.
A pioneer.
Pioneer.
So Maddie wouldn't be married to a guy like that? Kendra?
No.
Can you, say the question again?
So we'll start with the base. Would you submit to a man?
Sure.
Okay, so the idea here is that your husband says to you, you're the stay-at-home mom, right? There's a school which is close. You think that the school which is close to you is better and it's more convenient for you to take the kids to that school. The man says, okay, but I want you to take these kids to the school which is an hour away, which is highly inconvenient for you in your schedule. And he says, I'm going to give you zero justification. You just need to do it.
I mean, I would hope my only reason wouldn't be just convenience for the school. I would hope that I know where I would be sending my kids.
No, you think it's better. You think it's better than the other one, for sure.
Like educationally?
Sure. You think educationally and everything else, you think it's better.
I mean, I would just ask him to give me a reason.
Yeah, I know, but he says no. I'm not going to give you a single justification. I don't need to. You need to obey.
I'm going to say you do need to give me a reason because it's my child too.
Okay, right. So So then moving over to Emma.
I would not obey. It'd be a very
You would not obey. Okay, hang on. Fair enough.
Wait,
Alex?
it would be what?
a very serious conversation about the relationship.
Okay.
Okay. Alex?
So I wouldn't blindly obey like that.
Right. Okay. And then moving over to Turkish.
Can I be honest? I think I'm more of the dominant type, but I think for the right person, I'm willing to come to an agreement, a communication. Like, we discuss. I'm very like communication.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He just, in this case, his foot's down. He doesn't want the kids to go to that one. He wants to go to the other one, and he's going to give you no justification, and that's the end of the argument. That's the end of it. They're going to that school, and that's the end of it.
Low-key, I think if I'm actually really in love, I just listen to him. Like, when I love someone, I'm like, if that's going to make you happy, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
For the right man.
I'm glad she added that.
So you see why in modernity, when women say submission, that they'd be willing to submit, I actually don't believe them. I don't actually believe them. I don't.
Can I explain?
I think that it's submission with qualifiers. It's submission with, if you're doing the things I think you should be doing, then I'll submit. I don't really believe that modern women will submit to modern men, even if they have all the faith in the world in him, that if they kind of put the ultimatum up where the woman says, wait, I just don't like this, and they say, okay, I don't care, and that's the end of it, they seem to become very, very, very upset by that, and that is not submission from my perspective.
Well, it takes away their agency completely, and I mean, it kind of belittles them as a person.
So?
Fair.
But if he's your husband, I imagine that you thought it through before you married him. So you know,
Yes.
like, hey, if he's going to make the calls, I trust him.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like you still have to agree on kind of
Why?
the reason.
Why do you
He's
have
the
to do?
leader.
Why? So
No,
this is my whole thing, right? It's like, why, if this person is the leader? Like, imagine for a second that the general goes, we're going to war, and here's what's going to happen. His second in command is like, can you tell me why we should do this? And he's like, because I said we're doing it. That's why we're doing it. Wouldn't that guy get like put up for disobedience, and he would, maybe perhaps even be flogged for disobedience, right? But it's like, for some reason,
Atlas All Resources _ 33,413 donated $100. Married my husband when I was 19, he 25. Both military vets. A unit needs a leader. My husband is my leader. If we disagree, yes, I serve him dinner. Now 20 years later, still married.
Atlas, thank you very much.
And God
for the TTS.
bless you, Atlas sources, right? Because there's very few of you who are around anymore. But kind of back to this, like, so what? So what if you disagree? So what if he says, look, on this particular issue, I just don't give a what you think. I just don't care. And you need to just kind of obey what I'm saying. That's not going to work for you, right? Alex?
Yeah, for me, I mean, it wouldn't work because if we are actually going to, I would like to know the reasoning behind it. That's really it.
You know what's funny? I don't even care from the secularist atheist perspective. I don't even care that they say that's not going to work and we need to be in endless dialogue and you need to comfort me and you need to make, you need to justify every decision. I don't even care, right? I think that that's fine. But I don't really understand it from the Christian worldview. That's the thing I've always tangled with Christian women, is why they think that's okay. Or why Muslim women would think it's okay. Or why, you know what I mean? Like, their doctrines are very clear that it's not okay. I guess that's where I always come at it from.
Yeah, so not my argument. But you ladies take it away. No? Okay.
I mean, even Andrew, even if you don't take it that far, even if as the man you're more...
Yeah, but okay, I'm already mad at you though, man, because when you say that far, right, it kind of implies that this is going overboard, and I don't think it's going overboard. I think that this is less, kind of like less of an ass than a bow. I think it's less of an ask and about if you say, I submit to you and I love you. And you say, okay, great. Then obey me on this thing because it's important to me and don't ask me a bunch of questions about it. I think it's less of an ask to ask that. And she goes, okay.